We're about to start this episode, but I gotta beg you guys to come to my shows. I'm at the Woo Ha Ha in Worcester. Woo Ha Ha.
Dude, that was probably like, what are you fucking down the street at that fucking woo ha ha place you and your fucking cousins always at?
I just banged my head. I just hit my head on there. The fucking Woo Ha. I'm playing a comedy club called the Woo.
You and your fucking fruity friends at woo ha ha shit you do?
I'm gonna be in a. That's his real name.
It's probably going to be a good show.
The Woo.
It's a good time.
Who are your openers there at the Woo Ha
I
Ha?
don't know.
Oh, he just smoked weed.
Yeah. That's just what
Oh
happened.
my God, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with Eddie, dude? He's like, should we call somebody?
He had one weed and now
He
he's
took
done.
my head off of the joint I finished.
Yeah, he had one weed and now he's over. He's over the top.
Okay.
It's over.
Okay.
Totally. No mames, way.
I'm gonna be at the Woo Ha Ha.
Woo-hoo, ha, ha. Woo-hoo, ha, ha. That's Morse code.
Come see me in Boston, in Worcester. Worcester. How do you say Worcester?
What's that?
At the Woo Ha Ha, and that's the 31st of January, the 1st and 2nd of February, and then the week after that I'll be at then I go to the Comedy Cellar in New York City, and then I'll be at Laugh Boston, 7th, 8th, and 9th in Boston. Why are you laughing, Dave?
The whole industry's just gone to hell. It's all.
But listen, I'm Jason. This is all about. This is the part where I tell
I
people.
never thought I'd see you cry in my whole life. All the shit we've been through.
Shut the fuck
takes
up.
This.
Listen, Laugh Boston, and then I'll be at the Adelaide Fringe Festival in Adelaide, Australia. All the tickets will be at eddyift.com by now because I'll beaten the webmaster.
Sanjay, whatever his name is.
Lauren Ifft.
Oh. Shit, the mechanic never fixes his own car. You got an in-house rep, huh?
All right, so here's the deal. Come see me at the Adelaide Fringe Festival. All tickets are sale at adelaidefringe.com.au.net.info. Privacy.
We should probably end the show now because that intro was good enough.
We
Just
have to do
call
the
it.
show now.
We can't go any further.
Use our Patreon.
That was the hardest laugh you've had in years.
It might have been.
It's like therapy laugh.
Yeah,
what are you
it
letting
was.
go of?
I was.
Who touched you?
Our sponsors, besides Tampax.
Did you drive tonight? Ah, there you go, Tegan.
Okay, our
Oh, I
sponsors.
thought you wanted more vodka.
Captain Brian Dark Rum and Captain Brian Vodka.
Very smooth vodka.
Very smooth vodka, very dark rum. And do you want Bowers? You're an alcoholic.
I am an alcoholic.
Would you like to try these?
I'll
There's
take
cold
I'll-
beers in
I'll
there,
take a
too.
nib of each.
Yeah, but sample these because they're from our
Yeah.
sponsor,
Yeah.
Captain Brian, my buddy out of Off the Hook Comedy Club in Fort Myers. This is his new vodka.
I mean,
Everyone here loved it, said it was great, said that it's gluten free. I know that too.
Gluten free. Well, that sells it.
well, here's the
It
thing.
does sell.
it's
it.
like-
How do you
Yeah.
think Tito's did so well? You are an alcoholic. You're shaking.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
He's
He's
just getting
he's
ready.
a true
He's so
alcoholic.
excited.
So do I. Still shake. And how's the dark rum?
Dark.
Yeah, yeah,
Dark
it's good.
roasted. That
It's
was
good. Okay, now try the vodka. You might want to cleanse your palate a little.
Yeah, I need that. Do we have a? No, I'm kidding.
I'm sure you can find this all at
Brian.
Captain Brian. I think he's selling it out of all the liquor stores
Suitcase.
now. Sugar free. Oh, CaptainBrian.com. Go to Captain Brian, and that's
That's
Brian
me.
with an E.
Yeah.
Check out his vodka. Check out his rum. Very good stuff. Now, you ready for the?
Yeah, I'm ready. They probably have this at Woo Ha Ha, I would imagine.
Yeah, maybe they should sell it at all my shows.
Okay, that's.
Okay.
So I poured them myself the first one.
Okay.
Do we have a beer chase? I don't know if I can do a,
Yeah, there's
a full,
beers.
full
You
shot
won't
of
need a
vodka.
chase. It tastes that good. I'm telling you. Sip
Oh,
it.
it's smooth.
It's a
you can
sipping
sip that
vodka.
shit, dude. It's not that bad.
I'll shotgun the whole bottle.
Not bad. All right.
Yeah, it's not.
Not bad.
It's not.
As
hot.
vodka goes, I don't shoot a lot of vodka. I'm more of a whiskey shooter guy, but
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Hey, Binglers, make sure you use the Patreon. Give us some money to keep the bus running. It's expensive. $190 it cost me to fill up the tank. And Damien costs you just half joints to fill him up. um, and then you can go use the Amazon click-through. If you don't want to give us money, you buy all your shit from Amazon. Click through our site at Ifft.com, and you can. Amazon gives us like a 6% kickback because they rule the world. Now let's start the show. Okay, we're here. We're on the Bingle Bus.
Did you watch?
Oh, maybe we should introduce Bowers to everyone.
Hey Bowers, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
He's
Jason.
actually been on the show before.
Chris Bowers. Nice to meet you, Jason.
He's been
Everybody calls
on
me Bowers.
twice.
2000.
No, I just came and watched the first time.
Came and watched way
You
back in the
sitting
day.
on the stairs?
Yeah.
Kirk Fox was our guest.
I vaguely.
I
Love
came
Kirk.
and hung out that day, and then
Did you just come because you were in town, or were you friends
I
with
was
Kirk?
I was in town. I know the first time I ever met Kirk was that night, actually. So he eventually played Morty, so I met
Did
him
we
there
put you together? Oh,
So then Bowers did the episode with Miss Pat
at Morty's.
at Morty's Comedy
Right.
Club, which he was the former owner of.
Mm-hmm.
He was arrested since then. They stripped his liquor license from him.
No, they just
Because-
they turned my building into a Panera Bread, but
Bestiality
your-
is a crime in Indiana.
actually it's not. But that's
Okay. Bestiality with a minor beast.
you got to make sure that dog is 3, dog.
it's not a crime in a lot of states. I think
What?
bestiality. I think it's legal in a lot of places.
Let's find out. Tag in, be the Googler. Found out how many states Jason can fuck an animal.
No, the beer bottle you put on our balcony. We had a balcony above the stage. It was just a fake balcony, and he decided he wanted to go up there, so he climbed up the balcony. Miss Pat helped him up.
Wait. Before I went up, I said, "Can I climb up there?" And they go, "It's fake." And I go, "But will it like fall out of the wall?" They go, "Maybe." I go, "But can I get up there?" They go, "Yeah." And he runs to his office and prints out
A waiver
a waiver.
that said if you broke our balcony off, we didn't have to
Good
pay it. We
man.
didn't have to pay him. I had him sign it in triplicate. We had two witnesses, which was great.
Wow.
And
And
then
so wait. Miss Pat. So that I somehow got my beer bottle up. Oh no.
He's going up. Miss Pat helped him up, but accidentally got her finger up his ass,
I couldn't get up.
which shot him
Accidentally.
over the fucking balcony.
Thumb in your bum.
Yeah.
He had a
Will
Corona
make
up there.
You jump so high,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
drank a Corona, and I left it up there.
We left half a Corona on the chair on the balcony, and
They
we
call
left
like
it
a
there.
Roman lift or
We left it
something?
there for a year and a half until they tore the building down.
Oh,
but
wow.
but it was
so
it was
glad
there
that
when
you left it.
because I told you I'd just keep it up there, and we did.
Did any comedians ever look up there and go, "Who left
a,
why?"
a couple people were
why
like,
was
"What's
there-
that up?" I'm like, "That's Eddie."
Go
Beer."
figure. The District of Columbia, you can fuck animals.
Okay.
8 states: Hawaii, Kentucky, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Vermont, West Virginia.
Why did you just do that? If you said to me, "Guess the 8 states that let you fuck animals," I would have named all of them. I would have added Wyoming in there.
Wyoming's the last one. and then. And
Don't
then,
act like you didn't have that knowledge already.
And then
Don't act
the-
like you
yeah.
guessed that. You
He's
fucking
got a
perp.
hot sheet in his fucking.
He
It's
knows
on
the-
his visor in
He
his
knows
car.
the
He
age of
pulls it
consent.
down.
He knows the age of consent in every state and fucking where you can fuck animals. He knows
It's like,
all
it's
of
like
it.
a multiplication table he keeps in his back pocket.
Where are we again? Oh, all right.
Can you imagine? can you imagine getting that law repealed?
Yeah.
like somebody making the laws easy.
Sure.
But being the guy that goes in, going, you've gone
This
too
is
far.
horse shit. Big government motherfuckers not letting me fuck animals. You sons of bitches. He like starts a grassroots movement.
I got some mares up there in the field that are just scraping the ground.
Mares, chickens.
Who fucks chickens?
A lot of people fuck chickens.
Really?
They lay eggs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even. A chef told me that. I was like walking through a kitchen one day when I was like a busboy, and the guy looked, and I was just walking down, and he goes, "Don't you look at my chickens, boy?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like,
I got an egg-sized hole. Yeah, egg-sized hole, dude.
I love how you're the type that he.
Right? He just could look at you and be like, "Oh fuck."
he's,
I better make a rule.
he's being funny.
Anyway, so what other animals, Jason? Do you fuck? Oh, I saw a sheep pussy or something that was disgusting.
I heard there are a lot.
I have a video of it.
Sheep are supposedly
They
good.
had a petting zoo at my daughter's.
I don't know.
They had a petting zoo at my daughter's birthday, and whatever this animal was, I think it was a sheep, goat, whatever. The fucking thing on the back of it I was like, is that its asshole or its vagina? Like I was asking the people though in the petting zoo.
Not your
I'm
kid.
like-
You weren't
I was
asking
like,
your kid that.
oh, no. I was like, they shouldn't be around children with this fucking like swollen red baboon pussy on the back of a goat. I was like,
In a petting zoo.
I was like, somebody's gonna pet and their hand's gonna go in there.
It's a heavy petting zoo.
Shouldn't bring animals in
I think
heat.
Rachel quit.
She's on her way out.
So Bowers, since he got arrested,
Mm-hmm.
has given up the club and has moved out here to
I live in the valley,
What-
Northridge.
do what?
Well, I'm just kind of hanging out, doing comedy and wandering around. And basically, my last friend in Indianapolis had a kid like 2 years ago. And I'm like, well, I get the fuck out of here and come where people still party. So, you guys have kids now, but like,
We're so
Everybody's
boring.
having kids now.
yeah,
man.
I'm gonna never have kids. So I just wanted to come places where
You say that.
no, I never will.
Okay.
Like I know I say, I'll never
Jason.
have kids.
Stick cut off.
Yeah, and it was in a sheep accident.
In a
It-
sheep
it
shearing
bucked
incident.
up and tore it off.
Tell me about the
Yeah.
weeping of the lambs.
No, I mean my girlfriend might have kids once I'm dead, but we're not gonna have kids together. So
Are you gonna be dead soon?
I'm hoping 15 years.
I love.
I'm 45, so 60 sounds like about right, right?
Yeah,
No one wants to be 65. That seems terrible.
we
So,
weren't supposed to live past 30.
I think being over 70 is a scam. That's how they fucking get you.
I do think it's a total scam. Old age just looks fucking
Looks terrible.
horrendous.
Oh god, people are like, "Oh, I want to be 80." I'm like, "Go to a Golden Corral for 10 minutes and tell me you want to be fucking 80." It's
Oh.
fucking awful. 60 and I'm fucking out, man. It's gonna be great.
They just when you're that old, like when you're this young, you want to be comfortable. When you're that old, you're searching for comfort all day long. You're just looking for ways like, where's a chair that I can sit in, like all day. That's what you.
And when you say that, people are like, "No, you don't know my Nana. My Nana, she's like 85 and she still walks." I'm like, "That's the fucking yardstick for happiness." Fuck that. I don't want that to be the accomplishment. I want to die when people are still sad.
I
Does
think
that
when
make
you
sense?
get to the point where you fall down and you can't get back up yourself, that's when you should say, "I'm out of here."
Yeah,
Like
that's why I do. That's how I work the bars. Right when I fall down, and I can't get up myself. I'm like, we should go home now.
I've been with you. This guy rages around fucking Indianapolis like he would. Bowers is he would go out. Let me tell you how he goes out in a tuxedo every night.
Yeah, yeah.
Every night.
Yeah, this is a rare non-tuxedo night.
Oh, you wear it
Oh,
here
you
too?
do?
Oh yeah,
You do it here,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. I wear tuxedo.
Why didn't you wear the tuxedo tonight?
Tonight was just I don't know. I just was like, I lost 70 pounds. I wore a tuxedo because of the suspenders. Because when you're big, a belt like
Oh, I
destroys
know
your
all
stomach.
about it.
So when you wear suspenders, it's like wearing sweatpants all the time, which is nice. And so I lost 70 pounds a couple years ago, and I could then wear jeans. So I bought a pair of jeans, and I wear them sometimes. But today was a jean day for the first time. I haven't worn jeans in like
If
2
you
weeks.
came here in the tuxedo, I would have been very happy.
Well, I'm mad I didn't wear it now. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
disappointed. Like when I go
I-
out not in a tuxedo, I'm like, I'm gonna disappoint people.
I
if
think
see
you
'em."
should step it up a notch and get one of those Dumb and Dumber tuxedos, like the orange one
Pink
or the
penguin
Well, I have a
ones.
blue sequiny one. I've got some pretty crazy ass tuxedos to be honest.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
He's when I first worked his club, I was working the other club in town. I can talk about this now because it doesn't matter. I was working at Crackers, and my friend told me you need to go to Morty's because they're crazy. And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "They'll love you. You'll love
Oh,
them.
I've heard
It's
stories.
the other club." And I go, "What do you
Yeah.
mean?" They're like, "Well, it's not the big famous club, but it's the more fun
It's
one."
like the camp where Bill Murray was the counselor.
Yeah. Like where we encourage you to have sex with the wait staff. Like
Yeah.
that was something we tried to get you to do.
And
Like
I-
literally New Year's
and
Eve.
ask
Our,
if they want you to turn the security camera on in the green room.
yeah, our New Year's Eve, like our servers would like call dibs on the comics. Like they would have arguments before that week would come in. They'd be like, I get dibs on the feature, I get dibs on the headliner, and they would like argue about it. Because it was
That's
just,
who he hired. He would look for girls. He'd be like, how do you feel about sexual harassment? And they're like, the workplace is no place for that. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, we're all full.
no, if you're a single girl and you like to fuck, what better place? You meet cool, interesting people that are gone after the weekend. Like if you don't want somebody to call you and be all weird, fucking
just worked with
fuck
who-
comics. And
Oh.
once a year you get a bang of
Oh,
two, and then he leaves.
one of the
And
guys.
then every 90 days you get another visit.
One of the guys opening for me, and it wasn't Joe Pereno. Another comedian who opened for me. I don't think he would like it if I mentioned his name, but he was opening for me, and I shouldn't even say where, because then they can put two and two together.
Yeah, don't say where. Yeah.
But he basically, like a girl, and she was hot too, hunted him down and just fucked him, and she kicked him out afterwards. Like she was like, she came to see him the first night. We went out for drinks afterwards, And I'm like, what are you doing? That girl wants you to, like, that's a done deal. And then the next night, he's like, oh, she's coming to the show again. And I'm like, well, why didn't you just take her the last? Until the next day, I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, yeah. He's like, I went to her place. I'm like, you went to her place? Who goes to her place?
What was that? We all heard that, right? That wasn't something. Like...
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Everybody look at your phone
It
right
came
now.
from over there, man. It came from over there, dude.
It was Siri. I heard Siri's voice.
Oh my God. Mine said that's not nice. I don't know why.
That was yours?
Yeah, what was going on?
That's terrifying.
Siri, listen to our story.
Yeah,
It's
Siri
commented.
and did not approve because she's a woman.
You couldn't play that. I hope that translates. Because that's fucked up.
Siri
And
did-
by the way, when I hit the button, the whole conversation was written out on the screen. And then it said that, then it had the Siri little symbol, the fucking the rainbow symbol, and it just said, that's not nice in all caps.
in rainbows?
That's a real thing that just happened. I don't know how you fucking, oh my God.
Turn your fucking phone
I
off.
guess I will. Fucking, let's do it right now.
It's never off, Eddie.
yeah, right? The government's
It's
always
never
listening.
off.
Is it never off?
Even when
No.
it's off, it's not off.
What if you pull your SIM card out? You need to stop that thing now.
I'm trying. I don't know how to get it to turn off.
That'd be awesome.
Turn
if
off.
Siri fucked with you. Oh my God.
Don't say that to me.
That'd be.
I'm gonna start to get paranoid. I'm gonna start to get really paranoid.
And they just kept
I'm gonna
fucking
start
making
thinking,
Siri go
stop,
off
fucking
around
Jason,
you.
stop that. That's not funny.
It was on thing. Eddie's not nice.
All right, so
It's like a
so
fucking Twilight Zone
she hunts
episode.
him down. He goes to her place.
He
I
goes
wanna
to
hear
her
this part.
place, he fucks her, and then she kicks him out, and she kicked him out. Like, it's usually, you know, like the oxytocin goes into their brain, and they just wrap around you, and are like, I love you forever. Even before they were like, I guess I'll fuck this guy. But as soon as they orgasm, I want to marry you and have babies with you and go to Bora Bora and those little huts over the ocean, and
Yeah, that doesn't happen to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not as.
you got to make them come.
Oh, I do
Powers.
that. I
You
do.
gotta make 'em-
I
it's
do
called
that.
an orgasm. No, that's what
Yeah.
you do. You have to make them do
My,
it
my,
also.
my favorite story of servers at my club was they were fighting over the feature, right? The two girls, and end up both going back to the hotel with him, and he gets in the sleeps in the bed with the one, and the one sleeps on the couch, and he tells me the story the next morning. He goes, I didn't do anything. And so so apparently the one blew him while the one was in bed, and then they all fall asleep. Well, like 4 o'clock in the morning, the one that was on the couch had to pee, so she gets up and goes to the bathroom to pee, and then they all kind of wake up. So the one in the bed has to pee now, so she gets up. Well, the one comes out of the bathroom, was on the couch, and just gets in bed with him. And the girl that was in the bed comes out and was like, ah, fuck. So she goes and lays on the couch, and the one from the couch then blows him. And then they both Ubered home together in the morning.
Who is the feature?
I'm not gonna say his name either, but
Were you off the air?
yeah, I will tell you off
Okay,
there.
good.
But
Listen, if it were me, it's not.
it was not.
But
you,
if
no.
it were me, please tell everyone.
Yeah, so that was he called me and he's like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I didn't make any move. I just laid in bed and this that. So it was like it was like a delayed
When I
three-way.
first went to Bowers Place, he had a stripper's pole in his house, and it wasn't just like it wasn't in
It
one
spun
story.
on- it spun
Didn't
on
it
its
go
own.
from the second story down? Didn't you have like a
Well,
big?
no, it wasn't a fireman one. We had a loft and it had a stripper pole it spun on its own. That was my girlfriend's because she liked to do that stripper pole workout. But then people would swing on it. It was fun.
You'd had parties. And you had a pool. I remember, and
Yeah,
the
man.
mayor of Farttown was always there, and he'd have
Yeah.
him in the.
Tim McLaughlin. We used to play the Tim McLaughlin game.
What was the Tim McLaughlin game?
That's where girls show me their boobs with their back to Tim, and it makes him real mad, and it's so goddamn funny. It's the greatest. I'll go to parties and I'll have girls show me their tits and I'll take a picture from behind and I'll send it to Tim like, fuck you, Tim, all the time. Fucking he gets so mad at me.
Let's do it with Jason.
It's not the same.
No, he's got tits.
It's not gonna. It won't hurt Tim's feelings. Though. It's only funny because my goal is to be so famous and then to make Tim famous and then like just so we can play that game and people all over the world, women all over the world, just show random strangers their tits with their back to Tim just to fuck with Tim like the rest of his life. How great would that be?
Ambitious.
That's all I really care about. Just fucking with Tim McLaughlin.
I enjoy fucking with Tim myself.
He's a good dude.
Can you take your shirt off?
No, we're not doing that.
I love that game though, because I feel like you created the game, and you and the girl are like, we're gonna get him so good, and then you're like, I'm such a creep.
What was great is after a couple years, like literally, girls would come to my house and go, "Can we play this in golf game?" They would ask me, and I'd be like, "Sure." So we'd be on the patio. They'd be like, "Hey Tim, come out here," and then like 5 girls would like show me their boobs, and he'd be like, "God damn it!" and like throw shit in the pool.
Would you have gone to the women's march on Sunday and tried to play that game?
What now? What's a
They
march?
had a woman's march on Sunday.
Oh, I never heard of that. What's that? Was that where the hats of the vaginas with the things?
Can you imagine, though, trying to do that with random people now after the hashtag Me Too movement? Like, that's a funny game, but imagine if he went up to a girl. And
We also lived in Indiana. Like, I would have never tried that shit out here. I don't
see,
think
it's
even
just
then.
this place. This place.
I mean,
this
Indiana is a
bubble.
little
But
bit.
it's weird because we'll have a parade in
No,
Venice
because-
of topless women supporting their.
Right, but you can't. Like, here's the thing, and I'm not asking her, but like before hashtag Me Too, Rachel on the bus, I'd be like, "Hey, Rachel, let's play the game." Now, no
Oh, yeah,
fucking
you
way would
can't
I
make that crack.
ever say
Make that crack.
anything like that. I wouldn't even consider. Like, I was feeling bad about asking you to take
Because
your
I'm
shirt
fat,
off.
and you hurt fat people's feelings
Oh,
all
you're
the time.
fat shaming him, yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to help you. If I shame you enough, eventually you'll stop eating pudding.
Can't
is
stop
that a
eating
euphemism?
emotions.
Yeah, I don't know if I could play that game now. I mean, yeah, I mean, but again, a lot of times it was their idea. I mean, they like we used to have all these crazy stories about everybody getting naked in my house and swimming naked in the pool and the hot tub or whatever, and then it just became a thing where if it didn't happen, people were disappointed. Like I didn't even.
Well,
It wasn't like I was talking anybody into it. After a while, it was just like this is what happened. It was just this crazy hedonistic place, and people like went to just have a fun time.
He had a swingers house.
You know how fucked we are as a generation, though.
Why'd you turn? and
Because I
look at
just
me?
realized it, man. Like, we didn't have jobs when we came out of school because the boomers were hanging on for too long.
Yeah.
And then when it was time for us to step up and be relevant, the millennials stepped ahead of us because they had better training and better everything else. Now, we don't even get to wait till we're 60, 70 years old for the world to go fucking sideways. My dad and mom, at least, like, they were older when it happened. My grandparents, the same thing. It happened to us in our prime. Like, our whole universe is being defined right now in front of us in a different way, and we're fucked.
You had a prime.
Well, I'm just talking about the generation.
He has Amazon Prime. He's a
Yeah.
Prime member.
Our generation, dude. Like, it's like,
What are you talking about? Dude, we live in the best time to ever be alive in the history
bullshit.
of the
You
world.
don't even understand the world you're in right now.
What are you talking about?
You don't even know it. You like, I'm listening to you guys, and I'm like, oh my god, they sound like old people.
Why? Because we're talking about a stripper pole.
Because we're having fun?
Yeah, because it's
was
like
really
this,
fun.
It's no, that's just the idea, like what you were just saying. You were
About-
talking about how you couldn't make the joke to her,
Oh, so we're
and
talking
like the whole universe went left in our 40s
It
instead
happened-
of our 60s.
it happened like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Like the whole world changed.
Well, I think we're still okay. I mean, again, I think this is I don't know why everybody's so mad on both sides. I mean,
How'd
this
you
is the
like
best.
to be Harvey Weinstein though, and know not only did you do these horrible things, but you changed an entire culture. Like you're responsible. Your bad actions. I don't want to say this anymore.
I wasn't even talking about that. I'm just talking about everything too. Like not just like gender identity, like what's cool, what's like everything's.
Keisha.
Who's that?
Kesha.
Now you sound old. Now you sound old. He spells it with a cent sign. It's not a dollar sign.
What's the one?
See? You see? I'm not wrong, right?
Keisha. You know Keisha.
We got left behind way too
You
young.
really don't understand the world you live in.
Keisha.
Proud of it.
That's your hashtag.
I was on-
proud of it.
I was on a podcast the other day and I said, I'm getting closer to moving to the woods. Like, I'm already in the woods. I want
Yeah.
to go even more and go
Yeah.
like off the grid and everything. And my friend goes, no, that's the monk. You don't want to be the monk. You want to come back from the woods. You want to be the monk that did all the introspection, comes back from the woods and tries to help society rather than runs away from it. And I was like, nope, I'm going to the woods.
What kind of
Fuck
fucking
society.
podcast were you on when you're doing all this existential shit? That's
It
impressive.
was weird. I was talking to a physical therapist.
Oh.
About mental problems?
No, we just got into it.
About
though.
Keisha. They were having a.
Kesha. It's Kesha Bowers.
Oh fuck!
Don't you know anything?
I don't.
Okay, let me tell you who all I hate. Cardi B, hate her. I don't even know who she is. Kesha, hate her. Don't even know her. Baby Shark, whoever did that, I want to kill them. And then somebody messaged me and was like, I almost crashed my car laughing so hard at you guys making fun of the Coachella song. We played all the Coachella bands and just talked about the oh, you should hear the songs that these horrific musicians get. Here I'm old man again. When I was in my prime and they played the banjo up there.
Back in my day, albums had themes.
That boy played pinball and we liked it. God damn it!
But fucking okay.
I'm not. I don't act any differently than I ever did, and I'm having a fun time.
Yeah, well, you might
So-
be like me, where you're kind of like just in the middle, just kind of floating in between the generations, not really knowing where you belong.
Not knowing where to pick his next.
I'm still trying to figure out what my career is going to be.
Why rush things?
But I decided not to have a career, so there you go. It's just kind of
What
float
is
around.
a career?
Did you make enough money that you're just living off the high on the hog?
No, I don't have any money. I'm the other direction. Here's the thing: if you have no money, they can't do anything to you.
It is a good thing. That's what I
Right?
keep
Like
thinking about.
if you have like 80 grand in the bank,
Yeah,
you're scared of getting fucking sick because you're going to lose all your money. Like if you've worked that hard to have like a nest egg,
Yeah.
but if I have $38 in my checking account right now. What are you going to fucking do
I
to
was
me?
thinking
Like
it-
I had all these comedy clubs go out of business. I owe fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars to people, and I'm like, come get it, bro. What are you going to do? I got no fucking money. I got no car. I live with my girlfriend, and her, I mean, I'm on the lease, but like, you know, I pay my rent and I buy food and booze, but I don't fucking have anything. It's
You wanna
great.
take a trip
It's
to
awesome.
Mexico with me and Eddie?
I was just, as you were just describing this, I was like, I'm so envious of
Yeah,
him.
right?
Like, oh my God, that's why he used to be you. He's going in the other direction to me, and I'm over here going, don't do it.
Dude, I
Go
remember
back.
in Indy when you were going to buy your big house, right? You're like,
It's kind of small, but it's.
well, but I don't know if you
It's a
got.
nice- it's a
I don't.
great
I don't
spot.
know if you got
It's a
the big
great
one. I don't
house.
know. I don't know.
Oh, when we were
Me-
looking at the big one.
Remember? I remember
It was
that.
like, and
Yeah,
he was
you're
like, no,
gonna
I
get-
think, and I'm like, don't fucking, because I had come
All
from
right.
the mansion to the fucking apartment, and it's the best. Owning nothing and having nothing is the best. I am not afraid of anything. Wait a
There's,
minute.
like,
Once you
books
have
out
bad
about that.
credit and herpes, you're truly free. What's the world gonna do to you? There are no more sticks. Fucking, what are you gonna fuck my credit up? I have got no credit. I don't give a fuck.
Where do you have herpes?
Mostly on my dick, right? Is that where
Really?
you get it?
Yeah.
Just
What's it
once.
look like?
Uh,
Oh, only once. Somebody else told me that they had it. It was on their balls, and it was like a big scab on their balls. Is it a scab?
I'm not sure it was herpes. I just thought it was, and I just never went to the doctor or anything.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
haven't had a thing after since that. That was 12 years ago.
it could
So
be
fuck it.
I've had a million things down there that just
Oh, well,
float
maybe not.
around and scratch off and
But anyway, my
bump up. And
It's like it's like a lottery down
my,
there.
what are you talking about? My dick
scratch
look-
and don't sniff.
my dick looks like a motocross track.
You heard that thing over the through the
Oh,
years.
it's fucking mangled. That thing looks like you could. Travis Pastrana could jump the Grand Canyon.
But I'm just saying, there's no debtor's prison. They're not going to put you in jail.
Yet.
And if you have if you have no money, there's nothing they can do to you. Literally, like they can't. I don't have a house to take. I don't have a car to take. I mean, I don't have shit.
So
So
do you plan on doing some shit?
no,
Okay.
this is fucking great. I got 15 years to live. I'm gonna get as drunk as I can and fucking party through and be done. What's
What a-
the fucking point? That's why I don't want to have kids, because
Should we
then I
pick-
don't give a fuck about the environment. I
Should
don't
we,
give a shit about
pick,
anything.
should we pick his date that he's gonna die?
I know I'm gonna die.
No.
2023.
2023.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give
fall.
him more than that.
No.
Yeah, he's not. He's gonna.
You just
go
No,
gave
I'm
him
saying, no,
4
I'm
years.
saying it's
Jason just gave you 4 years.
yeah. I'm saying he's not right. He's not far off. It's 2034, so it's August 4th.
No, you had it mixed up.
August
No,
4th,
I-
2024.
I
I'll be
guess
so.
60 years. That's the month after my 60th birthday.
Yep.
So my 60th birthday party will be my funeral. We'll all come.
Are
we'll
you
fucking
going
party balls,
to-
and then I'll drive my convertible off of my
Oh,
rental
that's how
convertible
you're
off
gonna do it?
off a cliff in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, onto the train tracks, and we're
Older
done.
men are the most successful at suicide. You know,
Well, yeah.
because they
Why do you
choose
think that is?
they choose more violent ways to do it.
And they're not scared.
Yeah. They,
How many times on this show How many times do you think we've talked about if you were to
Suicide.
do it, how you'd do it?
A lot.
We have
'Cause
probably, it's been one of the biggest
how many people
themes
you
on
think
this
have
show.
killed themselves because of the show? At least a dozen, right?
Write to us. Send me an email at eddyift@yahoo.com.
One listener that died.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. If you're one of the 91% that failed at suicide this year,
By
it was because
listening
of
to
us. Because only 9% of people really
Because
get the job done.
the type of people that listen
statistically.
to our show are such failures, they'd even
Well,
fail at suicide.
You don't have to be a failure to be no, it's not. You're not a failure. Don't listen to that guy. This is. It's not. You know, Martin Luther King was like, what is it that
And
you
see,
do
I can tell
for
he has.
others?
I can tell he has stuff now because he's worried about getting sued, right? Like that's why he's putting this disclaimer on it because
No,
he's
I
starting
want
to get
them
stuff.
I don't want
He's
them
got
to
he's got a
die.
third row in his car.
Oh fuck, yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
got
don't
stuff.
want
You
them
got
to
shit to
die,
lose,
though. I don't
dog.
want
When you
anybody to
said
get-
in the last episode,
Everyone's gonna die,
last
man.
episode you said you had a third row in your car. Let me ask you this though: when your door opens, does it open out or does it roll alongside it?
Opens out.
Jason.
Yeah, we didn't get a mini van. We didn't do that. We got a
Van.
no.
Yukon.
No, it's a Highlander.
Oh,
Is it like a hybrid?
No, it's just gas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Buy
You
a-
got to, man. When you got kids, you need room. And in
Especially-
this city, dude.
All right, let's get off talking about your kids.
don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, don't say that sentence again. Let's get off talking about your kids.
I mean,
You should cut that out. Dude, like that should be like the sizzle video for the week. Let's get off talking about your kids.
He's buying a one-way ticket to Mexico.
I'm trying to think.
Is that like a fast forward? That's like a flash. There's like a fireplace. Let's get off talking about your kids. I like it when you smoke weed. You set them up nice.
Let's get off talking about your. Then what'd she do?
There's a
Tell me about the pacifier again.
there's a book I read my daughter called Amelia Bedelia, and Amelia Bedelia takes everything literally, and whatever they say to her, she takes it literally, and it gets her in a lot of fucking trouble.
Yeah, I can see. Literally.
Don't be an Amelia Bedelia. Do you know Amelia Bedelia? Yeah. I found it in a used bookstore.
Was that a?
My kid reads.
That's a crisis. That's a good thing. You know, like 50% of America really can't. 30 million people in the United States are illiterate. 30 million adults. Only 2% of that 30 million are illiterate because of language barrier.
That smells like
Dude, we should that should be a show. Statistical facts with farts. Like, just like.
And all Eddie does is the farts. He has no stats or any facts.
If somebody said to me, that's going to be your job for the rest of your life, you're going to get paid well, just carb up every day, and when you get on the episode, just fucking fart it out while someone's talking about dumb shit that nobody cares about.
That many people are illiterate now? Because I would assume with social media, that's the one thing that's changed is
No,
that everyone
like-
has to be able to read now.
No, 6th grade level is where the cap is for the majority. Like 10% of America is actually literate. Like where you would say college degree literate.
Gotcha.
What's just happened out there, Rockhard? What's going on in the parking lot?
Not a goddamn thing.
No one's here. This place is dead.
We're just
tonight.
having a literacy crisis in America, dude.
Nobody cares about
we
your
gotta
literacy.
talk about this shit.
I'm going to risk shitting my pants to fart in the microphone
Do
while
it.
you keep talking.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
He's gonna give himself pink eye.
I don't
We
like.
haven't had a
Yeah,
follow.
because you did that and put the mic to your face. Yeah, you're gonna get pink
I
eye
think-
for sure.
I think people have gotten worse from these microphones. Every one
That's where I
of
got
these,
herpes.
every one of these microphones you're talking on has been so far up my ass.
A lot of people's asses, actually.
Hey,
It's-
I was in a hot tub this weekend at the comedy club I was working at, and I kept thinking of Adam Carolla in the hot tub shooting the water up his ass. What's it called?
The duder.
the
The
duder.
And I kept trying to
you
shoot
did
water.
it?
I kept trying to shoot it
Yeah.
up my ass, but I couldn't get it to stay.
No, I think there's a relaxation
gotta
technique
relax
he
and
left out of that
accept it.
story. Yeah, yeah. He left. I think Adam left a
accept
couple.
Sagan said you have to relax and accept it.
Yeah, there's a couple more. Yeah,
So just relax and the water will
yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
But I think it's air that comes out of those holes.
That
The
is
jets.
true. That's
Ooh, you don't want to blow that up your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy that told me a story. He was an auto mechanic, and you know those blower guns.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. The,
He like some guy went up behind a guy and just was like, ha, because he's bending over, just kind of
Sure.
goosing with it, and accidentally like got it like lined it right up with his rectum the right way, and blew his fucking shit up, dude. He died.
yeah.
He was in 18 hours of like surgery, and he died
You're fully full air. Yeah.
from a little fart prank in the shop, dude.
I love how this story advanced.
They did a CSI episode about that. They made it into a,
Jason's like,
they made it into a CSI
oh
episode.
yeah, I know a guy once
But I used to fix cars with people from Kentucky, dude.
shot air up a guy's ass and killed him. Like that wouldn't have been the story.
What's the charge for that?
I
That's-
love how he's
I
just
forget
like,
this shit. He
Oh
reminds
yeah.
me.
By the way, like I've known him for 15 years, and he didn't. First day he met me. Hey,
No, he's saving the good shit for later.
I worked at an auto body shop where the guy had just gotten out of prison for air gunning a
I
guy's
was
asshole
the only
to
guy
death.
that wasn't shot in that job. Like
Oh
everybody had
wait,
been shot.
wait a minute, wait.
Every employee in that building had been shot at one point in their lives, and I was the only one like working on the floor that wasn't like a shooting victim.
Wait. Wait.
This is in Cincinnati,
Wait,
Ohio.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Nice.
You worked in this place,
Yeah.
and your boss killed a man.
No. He's heard the story. about it.
No. It was one of the mechanics that I worked with. He saw it happen. It didn't. I didn't see it. It wasn't one of
okay.
our guys.
Oh.
It was in another shop that he had before he worked
Oh.
for us, and like.
So then that mechanic would do it to you guys.
Because I discovered that you always use Snap-on tools because they're the best, right?
Sure.
And when you're doing body work, you use this air thing to
never
clean
owned a
off the
tool.
dust and everything. But I discovered I could make really great fart noises by going under my armpit with it, right?
Sure.
And the guy Keith, the mechanic, was like, "Hey man, you don't want to do that." And then he told me this story about how
So
he
Keith
saw
saved your
her.
life. He saved your life
he's
essentially.
like-
Because it was only a matter of time before you put it up your butt to make the fart
exactly.
sounds. There's only
He saw he knew where I was going to go with that.
He's like, I see where this
Yeah.
when I was in high school, we were doing Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the cooks were idiots, right? And so these big blocks of shortening, and you had a shortening knife. It was like just a rectangle with a hole in it, and you'd have to cut the shortening to put it in the cooker, right? And so this guy Terry put his hand to brace the shortening, and he cut his thumb off. Right in the KFC, which so we got to put his hand, thumb in the ice, take him to the hospital. So his
I
thumb
thought
back
you were
on.
going to say put the thumb in the fryer.
Yeah, no. Thumb in the ice, take him to the hospital, get a resewn on. So 2 days later, Jim, who's the stupider cook than Terry, is making fun of Terry. Like, man, Terry's a dumbass. He's telling us a story. He goes, he took his hand and he cuts his thumb off telling the fucking story about how stupid Terry was.
Just like this.
Yeah, he goes, and they went like that. Oh, fuck. We had to put him in the ice. So we had to go, you know that thing in every jobber says days since an accident? We had to go in the office and erase the 2 days and write a 0 again. Take you to the hospital.
I had a wood shop. I had a wood shop teacher who was a football coach at Fox Chapel High School who had 4 fingers. He apparently like one day did it in a bandsaw. You know, like putting
Yeah.
wood through and just like split down and took off the pinky. I think it was the pinky. I forget. And what was his name? Not Mr. Mr. Hodgen. And he would always go. Like, I'm gonna give you 3. And we'd all go, that's because that's all you got. But he apparently they say he was this big tough fucking like football coach, like the line coach. And somebody said when it happened, because when I went to school it was already sewn up and everything, like I didn't see it, didn't happen while I was there, but somebody said like he was that tough that it happened, like and he just picked it up and went and just threw it into the sawdust. And like got like a towel and like covered up the blood and was like
I'm not even gonna try to sew this back up.
moving on, like
Actually, that makes it a lot easier for me to run the machine.
that was always getting in the way.
It's pre-disaster.
He was doing the machine like that anyway. Might as well.
I saw a guy fire wood into his arm once.
Firewood.
Yeah, we're on a table saw. We were taking the tongues off tongue and groove boards
Mm-hmm.
because we had to like nest it to do the trim.
Why are you using all the terminology?
So you know what I'm talking about.
But
we don't.
Every one of us looked at
Okay, so like a flooring
tongue and groove.
tongue and groove. So like flooring fits together, right?
Okay, I gotcha.
So tongue and groove. So we're cutting off these because we're going up against the wall to trim out. And in halfway down the board, on this board we were doing, there was a knot right on the tongue.
Oh, so it kicked back.
So once the hit the knot, that little piece dropped off, and it was next to however many RPMs that saw was going, and it went into his hand here, right between the fingers, and it was sticking out here. And I watched that shit happen.
Jason just said at the middle of his arm.
And I watched that shit, and he went like this. No. He just pulled that shit straight out.
It's got to be opposite splinters now. Oh, god damn. That's nope.
And it was Douglas fir, which is a very splintery wood.
Oh, I thought that was his name.
He didn't miss any work. He didn't miss any work.
Douglas
dude.
fir was a badass
Well, the way
motherfucker.
that goes in.
That dude was from Kentucky too, man. Those fucking people.
I got my hand in a chainsaw.
Oh, look at that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
scar. No shit.
Yeah, Tegan did the chainsaw in his hand.
Oh my god.
Jason,
I have-
when Jason talks about that injury, though, how it went up in between all four fingers, right up the middle, in between two.
It's just under the skin, up through here.
Giant slit.
Yeah.
It didn't go through the. I mean, it didn't break through his bones, but I mean it.
Oh,
was
I thought it all did, and I was like,
no,
that's- they just tie that together.
ugh.
It's a splint on the inside.
Yeah.
I've never used a tool of any kind, so I don't know what the fuck
okay.
you're talking about.
Well, I got some tools down at the shop, so
Yeah.
you.
I was once
come
described
down.
as a guy who would buy his tools at Walgreens. That's how someone described me.
Y-
He has an air chuck if you want to hang out.
Is that the
Yeah?
thing to shove up his ass?
You got a
Wah,
compressor?
wah. Wah, wah.
You know what I want? I want a Dyson Airblade that I can walk through, like human size. I've been talking about it forever, and I found one. Swear to God. So I like the accelerator better than the Airblade. The accelerator is the one that shoots just one fucking stream of air out in the bathroom. The Dyson Airblade's the one you got to put your hands in
Oh, gotcha.
together.
Yeah, yeah.
It collects shit at the bottom. All the
Sure.
water collects at
Right.
the bottom. So all the dirt and filth. But I always said I'd like a Dyson Airblade that I just walk out of the shower and walk through, and I'm done. Like no towel.
You could buy a car wash.
Hold on. Hold on. I was at Kennywood Park in Pittsburgh. They have one when you get off the log jammer ride and you get Splash or whatever the ride is, the Whitewater Adventure.
Wow.
You get it, like you walk through it to dry off all your clothes because everybody gets splashed so much in that. And it was like $5. I'm like, I'd pay $5 every day.
Yeah.
To not have to towel off.
I'm in.
You
Why
just
would-
gotta find out who makes that thing.
Yeah, just
It
that's,
was pretty big though.
It's
It was
probably like
fi-
Newtone. They make all that shit.
Fucking car wash place.
They make those
shove
fart
this-
fans and all that stuff for your bathrooms. And
Yeah. Let's talk more about injuries.
I'm pulling up pictures right now. If you want to see
Of your injury?
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, beautiful.
Let me
Oh,
see.
that-
Let me
okay,
see.
but you know you didn't go too deep though.
See, Tegan,
Good.
it. After it was
Tegan.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
good,
all
though.
the stuff anything we talk about on the show.
Put it on, yeah.
Go back
I
and
want
listen.
this on the Instagram.
Fuck
Are
yes!
you kidding? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yes, we do. That's
I
what
want
our
that- I
Instagram
want
is
it.
for.
I'll retweet that shit.
Yeah,
This is what it looked like when I took my cast off.
I'll re-Instagram it.
That's a beauty. That probably
Shit, man.
ached like a motherfucker, huh?
It's still like.
Oh, I
How
bet.
long
can
could
see
you
it's
not
turning
jerk
purple 'cause
jack
I'm
off
cold.
for?
No, I can't. It's ripped.
No,
Why don't you
how?
talk into a microphone?
How long did it take until you could jack off again?
He's a lefty.
Important
I'm a
question.
lefty.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
I'm not. I don't remember. I was 17, so I was probably right back to it. I don't know.
Oh, that happened when you were 17?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
27.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
I saw a guy. I just weirdly told this story on the radio this weekend. I saw a guy where his stick went through his rectum and his scrotum.
Oh my gosh.
I had a guy in high school that happened to. Do we know the same guy? It was
It
in
was-
Ohio.
It was in Pittsburgh
Oh,
skiing.
no.
I watched a documentary where that happened to a dude. He fell
That-
off a ladder and it went up his ass.
That's
This
called
tree-
porn.
No.
No, this tree branch went up his ass.
That's
He
what
was-
this was. Tree
yeah,
branch.
and it like went all the way up, all the way up to here in his body. It was up in his chest cavity.
Ah.
And when they opened him up and cut it into 3 pieces and pulled it. Like they had the surgery all on. It was on like this documentary I watched, and he had like a little bit of a tear in his pancreas.
When he sees,
But everything else, he was okay. It was crazy.
when Jason says documentary,
You mean
He-
bestwar.com.
he means student film he's making.
He's casting for Tree Man right now.
Nah.
Hey, I saw the tree man. The tree man from Indonesia's got to get he's got to have another operation. I think they cut it all off, and they Google it.
Oh,
He's
the
got,
guy that
like-
grows into.
He's got like
whatever it
regular
is.
hands now. Like he looks normal.
They cut them all off a while ago. Remember, he didn't want to have them off
because it made him.
because he liked them. Oh, is he in Bangladesh? I thought he was from Thailand or.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh.
That's HPV, right?
I don't know what
That's
it
a
is.
form of fucking virus. That's
I
a
think
virus.
everything
It's
is.
another virus.
That's a
thing. What are you talking
virus
about?
thing right there.
Fucking
The
killing us.
world's trying to kill us at all
It's
times.
all life. The
Uh,
ultimate battle is between aerobic and anaerobic life.
My buddy that had the splinter, it was in high school gym class. He was playing kickball and he was sliding on the gym floor and a splinter
went-
came up and went through his dick.
Oh!
What?
So he has this like not fungus. It's like it's very hard.
It's like a
that shit.
mushroom.
They had to saw them off.
Oh,
Imagine the smell.
When I think my life's tough, I just look at pictures of him.
Oh, I know.
Think of how he wipes his ass.
Right?
He doesn't. Think about how dirty his ass is.
is that after he shaved?
That's
Nope.
a girl. That's somebody else.
That's a different
That's
person.
Like Game of Thrones, that like stone. When you
I've-
get into a stone.
As much as like I
I'm
want to
pretty-
make fun of them, I feel
No.
so sorry for them that I
I can't help
still
it.
want to make fun of them.
I just want to know what the root of the problem is.
That was- that
root.
was-
Hey,
the roots.
oh,
We
that
all
was
got that. That
very
was good. That was
clever,
good.
Tegan.
Tegan made a joke. Tegan made a good
Wasn't
joke.
on mic.
I'll make fun of him.
Have you seen the Dr. Pimple Popper thing?
Oh, I love Dr. Pimple Popper. I did for a while. I was a big fan of Dr. Pimple Popper until she started going into cysts all the time. It became more than just pimples, and it became cysts. The best were
There's
the big
more-
dark blackheads were the funniest.
Oh my gosh.
The giant blackheads. It's like when that pore started getting that big on your face,
Right.
you didn't think maybe I should have this stitched up.
I just watched. It just came on Hulu, so I watched like the first 2 episodes. And this girl, she's 22, and she had this. I mean, it was almost the size of her head on her shoulder.
Yeah.
It was a cyst, and like she's like, "Well, when did it start?" She's like, "I was like 10, like 12 years. You're fucking. I mean, I'm go like the minute something doesn't, I'm gonna go somewhere or
I've been
stab it or something. What
I've-
the fuck is happening?"
I've known him, Jason, for like 12 years. I've been telling him to get that removed as long as I've known him.
What, this? What, this removed?
Whatever that is.
All of it. My life is a cyst.
So
We got the name of the episode.
My life.
My
is
life is a cyst.
Yeah, I saw these people. Every one of these people, like, oh, it's been this guy had a bump on his head that was a cyst. It'd been 15 years or
Yeah,
20
yeah.
years. It's
I'm
like,
a home surgeon, dude. Nothing lasts on my
well, that's
body.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not going to die, I'm going to stab it till it something
I
comes
will
out.
go to the hardware store and get something before I go to a doctor.
Put an air compressor in it at least, you know.
Jason, what's the weirdest tool you've used on your own body?
Actually, I had a cyst once on like my.
What? Answer my fucking question.
I've used razor blades to help along a big old back zit that needed to go.
Think about it. I know
No.
there's been other stuff used on your body.
One time I masturbated with shaving cream.
No.
I was on a family vacation with my parents in a condo that only had one bathroom. So I was like, I had no lube, and I was like, I'll try this. It took a layer of skin off my dick.
Which you don't notice till you're not hard, right?
Oh,
like,
dude.
Like, you ever gotten a bad blowjob and you
Oh.
don't realize what's going on till like the next day? You're like, oh, this hurts a lot.
And then we had a
Holy
long
fuck.
drive
She
the next
peeled the
day,
apple.
and I couldn't sit still in the fucking car, dude. I was in so much pain.
Was it menthol?
It's just like that old school, my dad's like
Barbasol.
shaving cream. I don't know. I was like, this is
That blue
slippery.
liquid they put the combs in.
Hey, it works for shaving your face. Makes it slick.
How much
No.
would you? How much would you have to get paid? To
I
u-
blacked out once masturbating.
Did you have a belt around your neck?
No bullshit. No. 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 It was in the shower. and I was all soaked up, and I was like, yeah.
Why are you like, yeah?
Because it's party time, me. You know? And then I put my foot up on the.
No one has ever seen you and gone party time.
At least one. Anyways, and I went to put my foot up on the tub side.
Yeah.
And once I weight hit the foot, I just went forward, face first, into the fucking side of the tub, and like came to like a second later, like stars and shit.
I passed out in a shower once with 5 black dudes. I get.
Oh mercy! I just my stars. Oh, heavens to battle! Oh, I just can't even stand up anymore.
I was like, I could finish this, but it's better if I just.
No, Shakespeare, man.
Until next episode. I ran track in college, and I was the only white guy on the team. And so I was the only guy in the shower with a bathing suit on. And I would, like...
You walked in and said it was party time?
They called him Never Nude Eddie.
Yeah, I thought, like, my practices in high school were hard. And then I got to college, and I was like, when the coach told us our first hard day, like, what we were doing, I was like, it's a joke, right? Like, and I was like, sure, it was a joke. And they were all like, no. And he gave us the times and everything. And I was like... you guys can do this because I'm gonna die. And I've started to like think, do I quit right here? Like, and I just pushed harder than I've ever pushed, and I was fucking like woozy afterwards and vomiting, and like I just was like, I can't do this every day. This is fucked up. And I went to the shower, and I'm standing in the shower, and the next thing you know, I'm on the ground with like 5 huge dicks standing over me, and they're like, what the fuck happened to you?
You're like, how long was I out?
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you.
The question is, how long were we in?
Yeah. And so they raped me.
I had a fraternity brother who told me that the first time he ever jerked off ever, he was like 12 or whatever. He'd never done it before, and he just heard about it from people at school talking about it. So he's like, he got the Sears catalog or whatever, and he's in his bathroom, and the first time he came, he got lightheaded, and he fucking hit his head on the sink and knocked himself unconscious.
I slipped and knocked myself out.
But he when he came, he got lightheaded and he fell and he hit his head on the sink, knocked himself unconscious, and his mom found him, fucking. Head bleeding, unconscious, dick in his hand, cum on the fucking mirror, fucking Sears catalog on the fucking sink.
What's in a Sears catalog?
The bra ads, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right. So, and he's like, I'm like, I would just had to run away from home. Like, I don't think he's like, I couldn't look at my mom in the eye for like 6 months. Like, I just fucking would go to breakfast and just not even look at
I'm just glad he finished.
her, right?
Yeah, it'd be worse if he never get
He'll
to.
never forget that day.
Yeah. That's got to be a good nut.
Right?
I have
Yeah.
never
My
passed.
first one was a good one. I remember that.
Mine was a dud.
It went over my shoulder. It was big.
What? I've told the story on the show before.
No, I'm laughing at his went over his shoulder. It was like a Scud missile.
Party
Fucking-
time.
It was huge. Party time. Everybody wants to come to the party when Jason at the party. Hey, crack out your shaving cream. I'm sending some missiles. It's party time.
I just remembered my wife does listen to this show.
She's
Party
gonna
time,
throw away the
party
Sears
time,
catalog.
Party time with Jason Howard. Party time.
She's like, that was our secret sex word.
No.
Party time.
Baby, it's party time.
I usually just apologize.
Do me a favor. Go home and have sex with her tonight. And
No.
in the middle of it, look her right in the eyes and go,
You can't look her in the eyes.
why?
Because we only do it spoon.
Oh, okay. Then whisper in her ear.
Not talking stuff with spoon.
Whisper in her ear. Party time.
You've been partying.
You've been party.
You can pull a Home Improvement and ask what time it is, and then say party time.
Now, what happened to your dud?
Oh, it was just a dud. He said he was like shooting over his shoulder. Mine was just, it might as well have not even have happened.
It was like a puff of air.
Yeah, I felt it. Everything was great, but
Nothing came out.
Yeah,
Wow, you lack of a man.
yeah, I guess so.
Dr. Drew does those. He had like prostate cancer and they
Droppers?
removed something, and he just like he blows like
Blobbers.
puffs of air.
Blobbers.
No, puffs of air. And he said it feels like and everything. And my wife said, ask him,
Keep blowing
ask
candle
him,
out.
ask him if it's like when you get the glaucoma test.
Right? The eye doctor. Ugh.
Like, when you blow them and all of a sudden it's like, oh. You know, you get when they're going to shoot that
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
air.
yeah.
I'm like, keep your eye open. Keep your eye open. You're like, oh, you're going to shoot fucking air in my eye. And they're like, keep your eye open. And you're like,
Oh, you probably fucking hate that.
oh, it's fucking.
Oh, I can see.
It's not as bad as your mechanic friend that can kick your ass open here.
I heard this killed a guy in Ohio.
I hate that glaucoma thing. You probably hate that. You enjoy it?
Doesn't bother me that much.
Really?
No.
I don't like the puff of air on my eye.
Oh, I know you having to sit still in the thing. I could just imagine this scenario.
Have you ever hit yourself in the face with a load?
No. No, I haven't. Actually.
My friend, you know what he used? He told me I can't tell these stories anymore. My friend, I think I might have told this recently because then I texted him and asked if I could tell it, and he said don't tell it, or he said don't use his name because his wife listens to the show. But when he was in high school, his girlfriend was jerking him off, and while he came, he went like me, and he said slow motion. The load just came up. And he said it hit the back of his throat. Like, he said it's like when you got a big loogie back there and you can't. He's like, but he like couldn't. And he goes, it just went down. And yeah, he said there was no stopping it.
It's like an egg yolk. It just.
I'm gonna throw up.
You don't like it?
Not think of a guy eating his own cum.
No.
Yeah, that's probably.
It was
bad.
party time.
Wow, it's party time.
It's party time.
There's
Party
a
time.
whole.
Can you write a party time song? It's party time, party time with Jason Hour. Party time. I'm all lubed up with shaving cream.
Barbasol.
Barbasol.
Yeah, now he wears aqua socks in the shower whenever he's gonna jerk off. So
Lost
he doesn't
his-
slip again.
Lost a layer of skin on my dick. Barbasol.
That was a
Barbasol.
bad vacation.
Oh, I can imagine, dude. Nothing worse
Did
than
both
scabby
those
dick.
things happen on the same?
No, no, the knocking myself out actually happened like right before a wrestling tournament too. I was like, and I had to go wrestle after that, which sucked.
Mm.
And then I found out later you're not supposed to be beaten off before your events, anyways. You're supposed to keep your chi up so you can
Oh,
win.
I thought you meant it was like a
See,
Ohio State one of the rules.
so you can
just-
rub your
could
boner all
disqualify-
over the
Yeah.
guy and freak him out.
Well, isn't that a big debate with like the Olympic athletes when they go to hotels? They set these rules where they can't have sex because apparently in years
Yeah,
past it's
heard
just
that.
been a big fuck fest
They
because they
fuck
just
like
want to get
mad
it
at the
out before
Olympic Village.
they go compete.
And it doesn't. I mean, there's like a whole lot of that. Like fighters do it a lot. I guess they don't fuck before fighting or something.
I heard that on a podcast actually this week. It was with Mike Tyson on Joe Rogan.
I fuck
Mike
while I'm
Tyson
fighting.
talked about it.
Muhammad Ali
You
would.
fight while you're fucking.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I fight back. This is like the old show. I'm afraid of the old show. I don't give
Release-
a fuck.
You don't release the Kraken. Well, you know, the spirit of the old show can continue.
Yeah, I don't know why we changed.
What's the new? This is all I know.
Oh, we changed. Like this is just this is an intelligent conversation. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, we're talking about loads in your mouth.
I never put a load in my mouth.
I never put a load in my mouth.
Never have I ever.
We're playing I never.
I don't think I've ever tasted sperm. No, I don't think I've ever.
Lose here.
Well, actually, technically, I mean, like I guess
You've never tried your own?
women's fluids are structurally very similar to semen.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you done a taste test?
No.
Well, why don't we try a taste test of Captain Brian's vodka and dark brown rum right now? Because we'll see if you know the difference between women's vaginal fluid and semen or vodka and rum.
Is it time to go home?
Why are you trying to? I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. What do you have to do tomorrow?
Raise a kid?
Yeah, I got to be at the airport at 8:30 a.m.
That's like sleeping in, man. That's nice.
What time do you think I have to leave my house to be at the airport at 8:30 a.m.?
6.
Which airport?
LAX.
Okay.
You should try Burbank.
It's about equidistant, and it's easier once you get there. The airport's much easier.
Burbank's like mellow, man.
Yeah, it's a little weird though. It's a little bit like, hey, maybe I should up some of this shit. Like, looks like all archaic. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
TSA is going to be worse off tomorrow too, right? Because
Oh.
No, I think they're making them work without pay. I mean, if they call in sick, then it could be a problem.
10% have been calling in sick, so because of that.
Because they're not getting
They're
paid.
not real Americans. They're illegals.
No, they should stop going to work.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody should
Then it
stop.
would get real. It would
Yeah,
get real if
like-
everybody that's going in with no pay just stopped going in.
Neither one. Who's gonna give in? By the time this airs, it'll be over.
You think so?
We hope. Fuck.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
No, I'm saying it's not a strike. It's a
Shut down.
shutdown. Who do you think's gonna give in?
Man, I don't know. I think Trump's gonna get his way.
Well, it's crazy economically. They said in 3 days we'll have lost $6 billion.
Yeah, we've already. That's what I'm saying. That's
The amount of money.
The amount of money we would have. I mean,
It's fucking. It's
but the
change.
wall cannot be built. That's the crazy part. Like it's
That's
against.
right.
It's on
We
the-
can't talk politics on this bus.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
illegal.
But all you have to do is just fucking give them
That's the-
say yes, and that's
and
it.
then you can't build
Fuck
it.
it.
I mean, it's on the Rio.
You'll
it's
never
on the,
make
it's on
that
the Rio
fucking-
Grande River. Like it's
Yeah.
physically impossible to do it. So take whatever. Fine. Fuck it. At this point.
All right, this has been the best show we've ever done. Bowers, was one thing we didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about with you. You have possession of the Miss Pat beating the shit out of the open micer.
I do.
Oh,
That's at my house.
He owns it.
I want to see it. Can I see it at least? Can
Yeah.
I just watch? Because like
Yeah.
I know Miss Pat. And
I cannot believe she will not release that. Look, she went like this. She had a really good rise in fame and got successful, and now she's not saying she's plateaued, but like her burst of fame was with her book deal, her TV deal.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so now she's here. She needs something new. This video would make her fucking be the most famous comedian in America.
And now here's the thing. The reason I don't. I mean, I would never. Release
If you
it
don't know what we're
without
talking about, we've talked about the show a lot. Miss Pat beat the shit out of an open micer.
Open micer talk shit to her in the back of the room. She had the host, Mayor of Fartown, Tim McLaughlin, put her up after this guy. He eats a huge dick for 6 minutes. She goes on stage and talks shit about him till he comes on stage, and then she beats the shit out of him. It's unbelievable.
She takes her wig off to fight.
I have
My favorite part.
my parents bought me a safe, like one of those fire safes, and I have no assets, so there's nothing in the only thing in the safe is that video on DVD. I swear it's part of the presentation. I don't want it to release just because
part of the
I
presentation.
love showing this to people like an underground thing that nobody gets to see unless you know me and you're my friend, because I have the only copy. So like literally
Why don't you
people come to my house
digitize it?
and
yeah,
I,
you
and-
need to like.
and
Is it
I just love bringing it out of my fire safe and open it up and I pull it out
You
and then
can
I've
still
got
do
the
that,
I've got
but
the
please
thing.
digitize
Yeah, put it
it.
on an SD card too, and then a hard
Then it's
drive
gonna get
and put it
around.
on-
I told her I wouldn't
No,
want
no,
to get
but
around.
put it back in the safe. But put it on media that's gonna last. Like,
She made him promise not to show any, or not to like release it, but he's allowed to show it.
I can show it to people. I just can't.
We should
Yeah.
have a showing at your place, like
I would
invite
love
all
it.
the comics over.
We got a TV on the back of the bus.
We can do it in the bus. I mean, I'm saying I'll bring it
Can we
over.
show it here?
Yeah,
But you have it on the videotape.
I have it on a DVD. It's a DVD.
Oh, we could put it in
Yeah.
your PlayStation.
you gotta have a copy of that DVD, like backed
Let's
up
have
in
Miss
there,
Pat
though.
on the show, and then
We'll
Just
watch
turn
it
it on.
with her.
watch it and have her
Because when she was on
comment
they did a story on her in the Washington Post, and the Washington Post guy's like, I have to see this video. So we walked to my apartment I live behind the club. We walked to my apartment, me and her kids had never seen it. It was Miss Pat's older kids and the guy from the Washington Post, and we watched it together. The five of us watched it together, and it was pretty epic. And then he talked about it in the Washington Post article, but I wouldn't let him take any video of it.
The best part is that if this was released and she became famous for it, the comedian that she beat up would become famous too, and he's probably
He's never done comedy again. He was not a comedian, like literally. But this is a kid that had been on the stage one time. He got banned, and we never banned anybody. That wasn't our thing. But he
Yeah, something hit the brakes on you, huh?
it's rotten eggs.
It went pop, pop.
It's an onomatopoeia farce.
yeah. He lied to the box office to get free tickets for his friends, and then his friends ran out on their bill. And I said, if you don't pay these bills, you can never come back again. And then I never saw him again. And then Tim didn't know who he was and put him on stage. And then that's the only second time he ever did it. And that was the last time he ever
That's
did it.
bad, bro.
His comedy club was the type of place, like some places as a comedian, they're like, hey, you get most comedians they'll always comp the headliner drinks, but they'll be like, hey, you only get 2 drinks, blah blah blah. His place, they're like, hey, have you drank yet?
My favorite thing was to bring guys shots on stage during their headlining set.
Yeah.
Like second shows, we would get so fucking drunk.
I saw you so wasted you couldn't speak on stage.
Oh,
He
that
sh-
was the first time I ever met you. Was that Indy 500 weekend?
He just shows up at his
Dude.
own club and goes, "I'm doing a guest spot."
Dude, it was Indy 500 weekend. We drank all fucking day, and my friends were in from out of town, and they're like, "We want to go to your club," and Eddie was headlining, and yeah, I could. I mean,
He came up to me. He's like, "Watch this shit."
and I
was
did a
like,
spot. And,
"You sure you're gonna do this?"
and on the video, you could see me go in and out of consciousness. There's times where I was like, and then the other day, and I would like pop into a joke, and then
That drunk, like naps on stage.
yeah, it was fucking bad, dude. It was a real bad idea. It's a
And he was
real
trying to
bad
do
idea.
material, but he was
It's
like,
like you're ripping off Ricky Shapiro.
"You ever notice when
Yeah, we would try to get people real drunk. That was our thing.
Yeah.
The drunker the better.
really drunk?" And it was like, you felt like it was like Home Alone. Like his parents gave him the keys to the comedy club, and we're like, "Now don't you fuck anything up." And he's like, "It's party time."
Well, the whole staff got to drink for free too after the shows. Like the entire staff would drink just till fucking 3 in the morning.
Shift drink.
Yeah, we'd have unlimited shift drinks. We just fucking let them drink as much as they wanted, and they just fucking party.
Glad I
T-shirts.
never met you back in the day.
T-shirts. It's party time.
It's party time.
My life is assist.
Those are two. Jezme Peluso wasn't even here, and you got 2 T-shirts. My life is assist at party time.
We don't need anybody to be funny, dude. Didn't you know that?
No, I love Jezme though. She's
I do too.
she's
awesome.
she's a regular now.
She's one of the funniest people I've met.
This has really been a dead night at the Improv. Usually everyone like stops
Feels
on.
like a
says
snow
something.
day.
Yeah, like no one's
It's
here.
like you're in the parking lot of the pizza joint. Nobody's around.
It is weird.
What was that weird podcast that took up a whole room?
And they all went home
and they all
early.
left after the meet and greet.
It's so weird.
Back to South Bay.
They were all dressed very nicely.
Yeah.
And they seemed like they have relationship issues. I want to end the show.
Yeah, me too.
Oh wow! I didn't need everybody jumping in. Like,
yeah,
please.
let's fucking
I'll do
call
another
this
hour,
thing.
but I'm having a fun time. So.
Yeah, I am too. But I got to get home because I got to get to the airport. This week, this one airs next week. So I'm not at the wahoo hoo 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 ha ha ha. I'm now. Wait, no, I am at the wait. Okay, this will go out tomorrow, right?
Wow.
No, the one before.
Last one does. So then, yes,
The 20
yes, I'm at the
Hungry
woo
too.
ha ha ha. Come see me at the woo ha. Jason? How do they say it? I'll be there all this week. Well, just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's in Worcester. And then I'll be at the Comedy Cellar in New York City on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then I'll be at Laugh Boston, and that's 7th, 8th, and 9th of Boston. Come see me there. And then it's off to Adelaide. I leave the bingo crew. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gone for 6 weeks. But we'll keep recording episodes while I'm over there. I'll have Mickey D and I'll get up to some. I'm just going to have barbecues at my house over there.
You ate junk food, didn't you?
I didn't eat junk. I don't
What'd
eat
you
junk
eat?
food.
What did you eat?
You know what I
man?
ate? You know what makes me fart? Cassava flour.
Is it that fucking cauliflower buffalo thing you always talk about?
No, that's buffalo cauliflower.
Right. Is that where they serve it? Is that place?
It's just it's a root vegetable called cassava, and they use it as a flour, and it's high carbohydrates, and it makes me fart.
What the fuck is a cassava flower?
Just Google it. Can I finish where I'm going to be?
Okay.
Adelaide Fringe Festival. Jason, what are you up to?
I'm just gonna be learning code. You can check out promise21.org and support the cause.
What's that?
I don't know, man. We're gonna raise some money for prostate cancer, maybe
By jizzing 21 times?
a month.
Is that we're going to do that on this show?
Oh, I mean, I've got it all set up. We could start it.
That sounds like a great cause. That's something I could get behind.
Where there's no vision, one will perish.
It's a month-long party.
Party time.
Party time.
Use our give us rate, review, comment, and give us on iTunes, and give us
Does it matter anymore?
yeah, it does. We got to get our numbers up. I'm not doing any SEO or any of that stuff you talk about.
No,
gotta do.
you should though.
I need a partner. All right, I've been
I'm
taking a
fucking
nap.
looped. I'm tired.
Yeah. All right, listen to Rachel. She's like, let's get the fuck out
You
of here.
should take more control, to be honest. You should be more bossy.
All right,
Say
end the
goodbyes.
end the show, Rachel. Here, Rachel, you say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
No, close out the show, Rachel.
Portions of today's episode were brought to you by.
Oh, that would be.
Enjoy my stink.
It's bad.
It's-
It's really bad.
It smells.
It's bad.
All right, show's up. Tell them you have to close out the show. Come on, Rachel. Rachel's gonna close out the show. Everybody, come on. Just say thanks for coming. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find Eddie at Ifft and .com. I was talking about your Instagram.
Thank our guest.
Thank you, Bowers, for showing up.
I had a good time.
That was
Really great
awesome.
episode.
Can they find you anywhere?
My favorite thing is Snapchat. I have like 50 followers, but it's just me getting progressively drunk throughout the night. It's at Bowers Comedy on Snapchat, and then I'm going to be hosting the Comedy Juice show at the Ice House on Saturdays every week starting in March. So
Tegan, anything special?
No, follow my Instagram.
And the
I'm
big,
pretty active.
but you need to talk about the at Bingle Show official Instagram.
You should talk about it.
You should bump me and go, hey, mention the Instagram. Do you
So
think?
you can find Tegan at Tegan Ryder, and then you can follow the Instagram for the Bingle Show at official
Bingle show.
Bingle Show.
I follow it.
Bingle Show official.
Bingle
God
Show
damn it.
official. Bingle Show official.
We're so
Bingle
official.
Show official. Party time. Party time.
And then donate to the Patreon, patreon.com/EddieIfft.
Thank you. I think that's it.
good night, everybody.